are from Mexico.
Wait a second. That's Korean. And that's the Korean flag.
Annyeong from Pequeño Seul. So we are now in Mexico City's Koreatown.
There are over 9,000 Koreans living in Mexico City, and this area, Pequeño Seul, is 90% Korean. We're MADison and iVEN, and we are super excited to be here. I know we're gonna eat some incredible food, see some amazing things, do some shopping. It's gonna be a great day. We're so pumped to be here. I love Korean culture, I love the music, I love the people, I love the food.
She's not kidding. During lockdown, when all our favorite all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue places were closed down, I had to learn how to make Korean food at home because MADison missed it so much.
He's a good husband. We're starting off with some Korean barbecue from the hottest Korean restaurant in Mexico City. The reviews on Google are crazy. I am so excited to try it out. Let's go.
And if you're a longtime watcher of us, I know it's probably hard to believe, but I'm hungry. So let's go eat.
And Korean barbecue is perfect for when you're hungry because as soon as you sit down, they bring you this spread.
You know, appetizers that are free always taste better. Kimchi is fermented cabbage. It's a very popular Korean appetizer, great for like cleansing the palate, spice and sourness. It's really good.
We press this button to order, and here come the meats.
It's the spread! So the way Korean barbecue works is that you order different types of raw meat, and they actually bring it to your table, and then you cook it on the grill that's here. And then, so in the grill, we saw the charcoal underneath there, and this is the surface, and this is a hood fan to get the smoke out of the way. Really clever setup that they have going on. Because you're cooking your own food, right? Which is great because you can cook it to like the right amount of rareness that you like. But at the same time, as far as the restaurant goes, their effort is really just in cutting and preparing the meat. And they're getting us to work for them. So, not bad. So we got 3 different types of meat. The first one is my favorite. This is the short rib. It's really tender, good amount of like fat in there. So I'm excited for that. Looks really good too, great color. Then we got pork belly. This is another, favorite because it's really fatty. It's got that like whole trim. It's basically like a really thick cut of bacon. You have like thick cut bacon, then you have thick cut bacon like pork belly. And finally, you have beef brisket. So these are very thinly shaved brisket, and you can see like the good amount of fat there as well. But then it like rolls on itself, and it cooks like that. It cooks in less than 30 seconds. So very delicious. And then once you cook them, you dip it in these different sauces. So you have an oil with some sesame seeds, some salt, some pepper. You got garlic here, jalapenos, and you have this like spicy paste. Haven't tried that one yet. I'm excited for that. And of course, as you want, you have rice, you have lettuce that you can wrap it in, and then all these cold appetizers that come free. You gotta cleanse your palate with that. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in because the stove is hot, ready to go. I'm gonna start with the pork belly. Really fresh and fatty piece of meat. Good. And you could really taste that charcoal. That is really nice. I should do that more often.
So I made myself a little wrap. Got some lettuce, got pork belly, which is what bacon is made out of, so it's not the most healthy thing, so I wrapped it in lettuce, so now it's healthy. Wrap it up. This is a delicious combination of flavors though. This is so freaking good. I'm so happy to be back at a Korean barbecue place. It has been way too long. I've been missing this so much. This atmosphere, this food. It's delicious. It was a really fun experience to be ordering in Korean and Spanish.
Pork belly is good, but I love this thin brisket. One, it cooks in like 10 seconds flat, but also it's just so tender. So soft, so soft. It's all about how thinly they slice it. Paper thin.
It just goes so well with any sauce that you put it in. There's so much surface area to really absorb that sauce. This is yummy stuff. We have short rib, Galbi. Oh, it looks fantastic. This is some good steak with some high quality meat. So delicious. The steak is just good steak. It's great meat. It's juicy. The charcoal flavor, you taste it a little bit. It's really good. And then this sauce just, oh my gosh. I need to buy this sauce and dip everything in it. Fantastic.
There's a different kind of fun to like cooking while you're eating, because you're just like moving around trying to do everything at once. It's fun. I'm very excited. It is my personal favorite. So let's go. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Even though for my personal taste, I overcooked it a little, doesn't matter. Very forgiving. It just holds that juice in. I really like the sauce that they gave, but this doesn't even need it. Just a little salt, a little pepper, maybe a little oil. That's what I just dipped it in there, ready to go. Wow, I really like this. This is the one. That was good stuff. I had to slip into a meat coma though. That was a lot of food.
So we are here at OK Mart, the Korean grocery store, and I'm super excited because we are gonna get, I think, a few snacks, a few groceries to take home, and be able to take some of this delicious goodness back to our Airbnb. It's gonna be a good time.
I have already seen the largest tub of gochujang in the world.
Whoa.
So we are gonna be set.
Which one? You found it?
I think so. Korean fire noodles. They're really spicy. The competitive eater, Matt Stoney, very popular on YouTube. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. It is, he can put some food away, but he ate like 20 of these, and we'll show you what it looks like later. But it's like a black sludge sauce that comes out, and it's just crazy. And that guy can eat a lot. He can stomach a lot, but he had to give up on the Korean fire noodle challenge. It was too much for even him.
Oh my god.
So we're only doing 1 packet, not 20 packets, because we're not that hardcore. But I'm excited. These are more reasonable size.
Yeah.
Time to share our haul with you.
Yes.
So we gotta start with the classic. Just every Korean household has one of these red tubs, probably a lot bigger than this one, even though this is a decent size for us. But it's called gochujang. So gochujang is a fermented chili paste. It has like a bit of that umami that comes out, a little bit of sourness,
A little sweetness too, though.
Yes, yeah, from the fermenting process, it like releases some of that sweetness, and of course chilies. So it has heat as well, but not a heat like a hot sauce burn your tongue kind of heat. It's more like adds a lot of flavor into meat. So like chicken, this will evolve chicken. It'll make chicken take its final form.
Egg, chicken with gochujang. That's the third evolution. Yeah.
Charizard.
The Charizard. This is Charizard.
This, I gotta show you. You gotta take a good look at this. You gotta look at that logo, recognize it, because...
And fear it. I am fearful of this.
So why are we fearful? The name of this noodle is called Korean fire noodle. So if that doesn't scare you away by itself, once we show you what it looks like, the black sludge spice paste that comes out of here, right, and that you put onto these instant noodles, it's hardcore.
And then the last thing we got that we are going to consume right now are some drinks. I've read great things about both of these. I even got the Shikai rice punch. And then since we are in Mexico drinking a Korean drink, I got this cinnamon punch that does not have like Roman characters for me to read out loud to you. But this cinnamon punch I'm excited because we're in Mexico and I think it's gonna be like Korean horchata.
Now this is the real deal. My can says on it, Korean traditional beverage. Mine almost smells like apple juice.
Oh, wow. This is your Red Hots in a can. This is Big Red bubblegum, but not in a stick, in a can. This is very much cinnamon, very intense. If you're a fan of Red Hots or hot tamales or Big Red gums, you will absolutely love this. So,
Milk-based beverage, very thin, has a light sweetness, but it has that little fermented, you know, that note that you get. It reminds me of like the amazake that we had.
It does. That's what I was about
Japan.
to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are little chunks of rice there as well, and I like it.
The brand is Paldo and the slogan is fun and yum, and I would have to agree. This was quite fun and extremely yum. This was awesome. We're gonna keep walking around and exploring now, and in a little bit, we're gonna do this. This is Bingsu, which is Korean shaved ice, and we got a sesame flavor. Really cool to watch. So she puts a layer of the shaved ice with this machine, and the machine actually freezes it. She just pours in this liquid, and then it's instantly being frozen. It's not like she's putting a block of ice in. So then it comes out, shaves out, and then in the middle she puts a nice layer of condensed milk and whatever this black stuff is, and then puts the rest of the shaved ice. She coats it in the almonds, sprinkles more of the black seasoning, and then, of course, a scoop of ice cream, a scoop of red bean here beneath it, and another nice drizzle of condensed milk. A little bit of everything. It's really nice. It's sweet with a little bit of savory, and then of course, I mean, any sort of snow cone shaved ice, you know, it's just gonna be delicious, refreshing, melt in your mouth. And the almonds and the beans make it healthy. The shaved ice is so creamy and delicious, and the flavor is just magnifico.
Oh, that's good. Black sesame powder. That's a nice flavor. I really like this, but there's so much of it.
Oh, I can help with that. We also happen to be here, it's super fun, during a fan club 16th anniversary party for a K-pop band. And so it has just been so fun and exciting watching all of these girls come in, taking pictures with all of the pictures of their favorite band. Just the excitement going on here too. It's a great atmosphere, and it's fun to see that here in Pequeño Seul. People are here to celebrate Korean culture as well. And it's not just getting the food, they're here to celebrate the music, they're here to celebrate it all. Well, this has been a sweet ending to our time here in Pequeño Seul.
Got our Korean fire noodles here. These are deadly spicy. Look at that picture. That looks scary. That is absolutely frightening. That chicken right there, he means business. First half in, please soften quickly. So I think this is a little seasoning that's on top. Yeah, you can see like some sesame seeds, I think. So this is on top, but this is the killer stuff. This is this like black, oozy, like thick paste that gives it that red, dark red color. I'm gonna try to transfer this without making too much of a mess. Woo! Oh, this come out. We gotta get every last drop.
It smells really good though. I thought
Actually, yeah, it doesn't smell like it'll be that painful, but I know I'm speaking too soon. Got some sesame seeds and I think some seaweed.
You're so jiggly.
Matt Stoney, one of the best like professional eaters. So he goes to like food competitions and stuff. I think he did like 8 bags of this at once, and that guy can eat. He can eat a lot, and he can handle his spicy food too. He couldn't finish that challenge. There aren't very many challenges that guy doesn't finish. So we're going into this with a lot of apprehension, but a lot of excitement, at least on my part.
Yeah.
It smells delicious. If it tastes as good as it, this might be the best instant ramen I've had.
It is spicy for sure, but it actually does have a really good flavor. When some things like this and is like advertising so big on the packaging, hot, flaming hot chicken, like fire noodles, you know, it's
That's
like
a scary word.
It's a scary word. And usually when they do that, a lot of times I don't end up liking it because they take the hotness and the spice and they sacrifice the actual flavor. But this has both. I like this a lot.
So, just remember that, because I'm told
It grows.
Yeah, I built. It's got that like gochujang, that fermented chili paste flavor to it that I just love, which interestingly has like a bit of sweetness as well, right? That like kind of doesn't mellow it out. I shouldn't say that. It is not mellow. Both of us, you know, Madison and myself, we can both handle our spice, right? Like we're not shy about that. But I do really like the seasoning packet, the thicker noodles.
It is building, but it hasn't gotten to be too much yet. Oh my god, my nose is starting to run.
I think it's the kind of thing where like, yes, you can have one packet, and you know, we're having half a packet, so it's not even that bad. But I think, yeah, if this keeps building like this, 8 packets in, Matt Stoney, mad props for how far you made it. I would struggle if I were eating this by myself. Like, I can imagine.
Yeah. It is starting to hurt a little bit. Like, my mouth is starting to burn a little bit. My nose is definitely running. What, is my face turning red? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the taste is actually still so good, I don't want to stop.
I would definitely get this again. But I think I would use like 3/4 of a packet. 2/3, 3/4 of a packet, I think would be the sweet spot for me.
Yeah, so it's fun to get to like try new foods even when you are at your Airbnb and like kind of go on your own little mini adventure through food.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Korea is 100% on our list of places that we want to visit at some point, but it's really cool that until then we can go somewhere like this and experience a little taste of the culture and the food and satisfy that craving to travel to Korea tiny bits.
But every time we have Korean food and like go to a Korean grocery store, it does like remind me, oh yeah, I need to go here for real.
So we have loved getting a little bit of taste of Korean culture here in the heart of Mexico City of all places. Thank you so much for joining us. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and come back next week for a new madventure.